Hello, it's Ryan from 2MinuteTennis.net, and in this video, I'm going to help you with your return to serve by copying Axel Geller. So this video is courtesy of Matt Lynn on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to his awesome channel. I'll put his link in the description below. So here's Axel, won junior Wimbledon, #1 in the world as a junior, playing for Stanford here in this video. And I just want to show you his movement on the return to serve. Let's watch this point, and really the beginning of the point, and then we'll diagram it. Now, as simple as this is, it is incredibly vital that on your return to serve, you have the proper movement. So let's first look at where Axel is standing. So if we just put, kind of arrows where he's standing, and then we watch him, this is a first serve, so you can see the distance he is from the baseline. But just watch his pre-movement. Look where he's standing now. So he's not standing still. When you return serve, you want forward movement. You want to be attacking the return of serve. Don't let the ball play you, right? Don't let the ball push you back or for you to be stationary. I want you moving forward into this return of serve, which is exactly what he does. He moves forward into the return. Now, the first serve is missed, and we're going to go over more here that I already kind of skipped, but I just want to show you this. The first serve is missed here. So this is where he was standing for the first serve, and he's moving forward. So now watch where he is for the second serve. He's much closer to the baseline because it's going to be a weaker serve, and not weaker, but it's going to be a more easily handled serve for Geller to return. And he's in the green, but watch, he takes a step forward, and now he's in the blue with his split step. So it's that forward movement that you should be using in order to hit your best return. So let's now talk about the timing of the step and the split step. So what you want to think is when the server tosses the ball, as their arm goes up, that's when you want to take a step forward. And you can see this. Look at the server. So he's tossing. Now, as soon as he tosses, look at Geller's left foot. It doesn't matter which foot you step with because it equals out with your split step, but he's stepping with his left foot. And so he's stepping with the left as the toss is coming out of the hand. So that's an easy way to time it. Your opponent is tossing, you step. Now, you don't want to be in this footwork pattern as they're hitting. What you want to do is split step. Now, look at Geller's feet with his split step. Do you see that movement right there, that hop? Well, it's important that you time the hop correctly. So let's look at this. We've got the step forward as the ball is coming out of the tosser's hand, and you can see that. The toss is coming out of the hand, and he's stepping forward. Now, when should Geller be landing the split step? Should he be landing before the serve is hit, as the serve is being hit, or after the serve is hit? When should he land his split step? You want to land your split step after the serve is contacted. And this is in all situations, not just when you're returning serve, whether you're at the net, playing, ground strokes at the baseline. Check this out. When the ball is contacted, which is right now, you can see the ball contacting right now. If we look at Geller, he's in the air. He is not landing the split step as the ball is hit. He's landing the split step after the ball is hit. In fact, you can see that the ball is basically crossing the net. And that's when Geller is landing his split step. Let's watch this again. Look at the ball traveling, and he lands the split step. You can see, wow, look at that calf muscle. Jeez. So that is his legs engaging. He's landing, he's engaging, and now he can explode in any direction. He can move to the right, he can move to the left, he can move out of the way of the ball. That's the proper timing of the split step. You want to land after your opponent hits. So I always tell people be in the air as they hit and land after. That synchronizes your brain and your reaction time with when your feet are hitting the ground. Since there's a delay in our reaction time, look, he hasn't even started moving yet. Now he moves. He basically is moving as the ball is crossing the net or hitting the net, really, because remember, that was a missed first serve. That's actually the proper timing. Look at Djokovic. It's the exact same. They land the split step after the serve is contacted. And they're basically reacting their first move as the ball is crossing the net. So now it's going to be a weaker second serve, so he can easily handle this. So he's going to stand closer to the line. But the idea is the same. Let's look at the toss. There's the toss going up, and that's when he begins his step. He's stepping with the same foot, by the way, left foot. Again, it doesn't matter which foot you use because it all equals out with the split step. And then here is the contact right there. There's contact, and look, Geller is in the air. And then he's landing the split step after. Now, because the serve isn't as fast, his reaction time, the ball is not crossing the net yet, right? So it hasn't reached the net. So it's the same amount of time, but since the serve is slower, the serve isn't as far onto his side. And then he turns, and this is a really important thing. When you return serve to the center. Return to the center of the court, and try to, and you can see he does that. So you want to keep the ball in this area typically, because that gives you margin. It reduces the angle your opponent has on their second shot. And then the last thing, remember, he was in the blue. Well, he doesn't want to recover staying in the blue. He wants to recover getting behind the baseline. So watch, he recovers diagonally. He split steps. He's timing it. There's the player contacting the ball. You can see he's literally hitting the ball right there. So there's the contact, and he is timing his split step the exact same way as the return of serve. He's in the air, and then he lands the split step and is able to move to the next shot. So use this footwork timing. If your opponent's first serve is really strong, stand farther back. I don't care if you're returning Andy Roddick's serve. You want to go forward into that return. You can just stand all the way back to the fence against Andy Roddick. But that's the idea. You can stand as far back as you want and move forward. I mean, here's a player who won Junior Wimbledon, and look how far he is behind the baseline, giving himself time to react to this serve. He steps forward when the toss comes out of his hand. That's when he begins the step. And then he split steps, stepping and pushing off of that foot. So he steps with his left foot, then he pushes off of that foot to initiate the split step. He times it so he's in the air as the ball is contacted. He lands, and then when he lands, he turns for the backhand, but it was a missed serve. So now he's closer because it's a weaker second serve. There's the same timing of the step. When the toss is released, then his foot moves. And that'll change basically from server to server depending on how high they toss. But that's the general guideline, is when the toss comes out of the hand, you step. And then you split step, so you jump. You're in the air as your opponent makes contact so that you land after. Return down the middle in most cases. And then when you're recovering a second serve, you have to make sure that you're moving backwards so you get out of the blue, so you get out of the court. So you're not in no man's land. But if you copy this footwork timing and pattern on your return to serve, there is no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.